Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Life at Stepzz. We're outside in the sun, it's COVID right now. So yeah, we're filming it outside. We got Sam, how you going today, mate?
I'm actually going really good today, how are you, man?
Yeah, feeling good. Ready to get this episode because we had a huge shipment that we'll touch on. And a couple of other things, you know, this whole video series, Life at Stepzz, it takes you behind the scenes of what's kind of happening at Stepzz. And everything there. So yeah, it just gives you that business inside look to the business. I'm sorry it's so sunny, but hey, we're just gonna deal with it. So Sammy kicks us off. What are we talking with first?
First off, I mean the big shipment day the other day, Stepzz shipment, what, how many boxes? 122 boxes?
Yeah, something massive. We had so many boxes and it probably took, actually it wasn't that bad.
It was only like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so it was a decent amount of time, but we've looked at the storage unit. I haven't seen it yet, but it's apparently packed to the brim.
Yeah.
And how's that looking for when you go and pack things?
It's not really possible right now.
So yeah, right now it's a bit of a struggle because I said it in the Stepzz video for the shipment day. We wanted to, like for Sam, if we increase the storage unit, it's additional costs to the business, which aren't really necessary.
Right now.
But because right now we're probably gonna sell a few boxes within a week.
Yeah.
And so then those boxes will leave, it'll open up space. There's no point just having extra space for a week and then you're just spending extra money. So how do you find those shipment days?
Oh, it's exciting because I know there's about to be a lot of orders coming in soon.
Yeah.
But the first, every time the first couple of days it's always really cramped and hard to get around, but it always sells out quick, so it's fine.
Yeah, well this shipment was probably the most special because we got restocked of all the colors. We got restocked the shin pad stays. And
finally.
Yes. It's been, well, the most important, the thing I'm stoked about most is we finally have red grip socks back in stock.
Yeah.
We went through, okay, so I think the first problem we had was, it was the first shipment when we got colors in and you could just peel the red socks off.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay. And then remember I was in America and they sent over the colored grip socks, but they were made with a different it was like a rubber material, which isn't what we use, just poor quality, which is what you see in a lot of other grip socks that are obviously cheaper because it's worse quality. I came back from America and I saw these grip socks. I went, what? What are these? Why are we selling these? So that didn't work, and then they sent off another, I've probably spent thousands of dollars on red socks that just don't work.
Yeah.
And so you don't get a refund. They don't go, oh, sorry, we made it wrong. Here's back your money. No, I've lost thousands of dollars on just poor quality red grip socks. And now that they're finally here and they work properly, dude, it's hype because it's one of the most in-demand grip socks, the colors.
Yeah.
So yeah, apart from that, shipment day.
Yeah, it was crazy to see the massive wall of boxes. As soon as we offloaded from the truck, 122 boxes all across. It took up the whole outside parking lot.
I think our first one took up a third of that, and then we doubled it, and now we're huge.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it was you're standing there, and we had Finno recording, and just getting all this content. But I'm like, okay, we got to quickly get this next shot because the pallets are coming off, and you're just seeing a pallet come off the truck, and you're okay. And then another one come off, and then another one, and you're wait, surely that's the last one, right? And it just kept coming. There's so many boxes, so really cool. I'm so stoked we're back in stock, and I think I haven't really looked, but are people ordering colors?
I checked a couple now.
Yeah,
a lot of reds, a lot of blues.
Yeah, and that's awesome to see that we're finally being able to give back to our people a product that has been needed for so long.
Yeah. So what's been the benefit of the new shipment?
Oh. It's just it's always nice knowing you're back in stock.
Yeah.
Where the worst feeling is when you're running out and you're dude, we kind of need this shipment quick, otherwise we're going to be out of stock. We can't sell stocks, there's no cash flow into the business.
Or when you go onto the website and you see only 3 stocks available.
And that was the worst, yet we still did so well with limited.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was a while that we only had black, white.
Yeah. And yet we were still selling really, really well.
Yeah.
And that, I don't think that, it's a reflection on the brand, it's a reflection on the product, but with no colors, that's what people want as well. They want to be able to buy a red and a blue, and that is the worst when you get to the website and you just see sold out. Yeah. So I was thinking of doing a story where it was sold out, and I might do it, but sold out reds, and then refresh the page, and then it's back in stock. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm stoked. So happy.
So NCAA athletes, what are you about like sponsorships? What do you think about that?
So I've had so many NCAA athletes. I don't know if you're aware, but basically the NCAA, back when I was actually going to go to college in America, they said, like the agent I was speaking to said, no, you probably won't be able to do YouTube. You can't build a brand and monetize off yourself. And that was one of the worst things. And now they've finally changed it so that you can build your personal brand and these college athletes can receive free products, promote them, they can be sponsored, and it recently got changed, right? But now my DMs on Stepzz are just flooded with NCAA athletes saying, hey, like, I love your product, I'm an NCAA athlete, I don't know if you know about the recent rule changes, but we can now receive products. And I go, cool, but who are you promoting to? When you, like, we've given so many socks to different influencers, it hasn't really worked, and you have to think, okay, what's their following? Who's following these NCAA athletes? Is it, okay, you look at a professional player's following. They might be, let's just say Messi. Messi is followed by hundreds of kids who want to play football and improve, whereas a college athlete is followed by their mates who also go to college, who when they post about the socks, their mates are now going to come to me and say, hey, I saw you, so all I'm doing is giving these socks to the NCAA athletes to then have more NCAA athletes message me for free socks. And so they're not actually promoting it to anyone that's in the target market. They're not promoting to kids that are under 12s, under 13s, or even parents who may be looking to get socks or kit for their kid. And it's just, it doesn't make sense to me right now the way I see it, unless I think there are some big names, especially in NFL, that they're in, for some reason, American football in college is so big that they have such a big following from those younger kids, so I can understand that. But an NCAA athlete with 3,000 to 8,000 followers are just followed by their mates, maybe bought a few followers. Like, it's just, it doesn't make sense to me right now. So NCAA athletes, I don't see Stepzz working with anyone right now, unless there's something really special on the horizon. But what do you think?
I don't know, it's hard because we've, like, a while ago we used to send so many socks out to so many people, and like it was like you barely saw many like results from it. Like, and then you think about it, and then you think about if you focus more on marketing and Facebook and all that, it's like you see way more return. So it's like, I don't think that's the point. Exactly.
So it's good to get a bit of content and say like, oh, here's this person from here, but
you can just invest that money way better.
Yeah, 100%. I said that to you ages ago. To actually ship the socks over, you got to pay the socks. You got to pay for the socks, pay the socks to get shipped there, and then just for one photo, and it's costing you what, like anywhere from, if they're in America, it could be anywhere from $30 to like $60. And so it's like, okay, $30 to $60 could, like, I could just put that into advertising on Facebook and see a better return than sending it to someone in the USL.
Exactly. Yeah.
So every now and then I do it, but I try and get a lot of players in a team from a professional team so that they can, like, then I'm getting more bang for my buck. So I'm getting 16 players with 16 different photos.
You can do it one shipment.
Yeah, exactly. And we did that with a couple of people. It's cool to see. We actually had Real Salt Lake buy socks off from us, and they're an MLS team, and now, man, that was probably a year ago. And a year on, there are players at Real Salt Lake still wearing Stepzz. Like, we don't pay them. We didn't even really give the socks for free. The club bought them, gave them out to the players, and there's a couple of players there that still wear them, which is so cool. Really awesome. So yeah, anything else?
That's it now.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely love this show. It gives you guys the behind the scenes outlook of Stepzz and what we're doing behind the scenes. What we're working on. We're working on these shirts actually came in. I'll quickly touch on this. So the shirts have come in, but we've just released all the colors. So the marketing right now is focused on the colors. And the shirts, like Finno's here today, we're getting a lot of content for it, but I'm not going to start pumping it out for another 1 to 2 weeks. And it'll be interesting to see how the shirts go, because Stepzz is built off grip socks. So to sell training shirts to the customer will be interesting. Obviously, Stepzz is going to develop into a brand that is, a kit brand. But to actually sell a t-shirt and training shorts to your consumer is going to be interesting to see how that works out. We did the t-shirts, that kind of failed.
Oh yeah.
So this is a bit more related to football. It's something where there might be a discount when you buy socks to get the t-shirt as well. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't thought about it. I need to think about the marketing plan and what we're going to do there. But anyway, that's about it.
That's it for this week.
Thanks for joining in today's episode. We'll catch you in the next one.
Goodbye.